government steps in to save them, farmers have no one to turn to but God.
Farmers, in my opinion, dear Lord, and it's only my opinion, are closer to me than anyone else on this earth because we deal with your earth every day. Dear Lord, we're hurting, dear Lord. We can't help what's happened to us.
These farmers are currently praying to God for Trump to bail them out. And they had the audacity to say at the end, we can't help what's happening to us. I just had the deepest urge to just go off and tell them how stupid they are. But they're not stupid. Because you got to be smart to run a farm. There's things you got to know. Crops, there's things that I don't know. I've been to farms, and like the process is very involved. Like there's so many different things you got to know about your crops, your animals. They're not dumb people. They just wanted to be racist. And they're finding out how expensive being racist really is. And it's not like you can't say you didn't see this coming. We all knew the mass deportations were coming, right? We all knew the tariffs were coming. Christ, these fucking farmers had to get it bailed out in Trump's first term when he did all the tariffs on the farmers and stuff going to China. Even if he got rid of the tariffs fucking tomorrow, the markets aren't there anymore. Trump has fucking decimated them. And we're supposed to feel bad? We're supposed to fucking feel sympathy? God damn it, the only reason why I feel fucking anything is because I want to eat some goddamn fresh food. But now all these assholes voted for fucking the Antichrist, and now they're losing their farms, and J.D. Vance, who's a big fucking investor in acre trade, is going to come up and buy all this shit, and it's going to just be huge, big agribusiness. So many farmers' children, grandchildren, generations have lost out on the family business because you people needed to be fucking racist. That's all it fucking was. That's all it was. You fucking Southerners, the conservative mindset, it's been a fucking plague in this goddamn country since its fucking beginning. The absolute bane of our existence. Constantly pushing for a racial hierarchy while going against their own self-interest. You know, in the late 1800s, 1890s, we had fusion politics. The one point in history where in the South, poor whites and black people were grouping together and taking over offices, working together. They started taking over offices throughout the South, and it was a big fucking problem. And wealthy fucking conservative oligarchs put out a massive propaganda campaign saying, hey, you might be poor, but at least you're not black. And it's fucking worked. And it's worked ever since. And it continues to work as we watch farmers, like people unaliven themselves daily. Massive amount of farmers across the country losing their entire fucking business model because they had to vote for a fucking guy that was going to destroy them because they were worried about fucking black people, brown people, immigrants, Kamala Harris, the whole fucking nine. This is what you fucking get. Anyway, good talk.
They literally chiseled the word defense off the wall of the Pentagon today and are going to replace it with the word war. Secretary of War, the War Department. Here's Pete on Truth Social with his new handle, Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. We are the War Department. And they have this whole video showing a montage of all the wars we've been in, because who doesn't want to go back to the fucking good old days when we had guys in trenches firing rifles at each other? Perfect. I just want to know, MAGA, didn't you guys vote for the No New Wars president? Wasn't this your guy?
I loudly pledged a new approach. Great nations do not fight endless wars.
I'm going to need somebody from MAGA to go ahead and explain to me how this is a good thing, because I know they're going to have some mental gymnastics. They'll accept anything. Jobs numbers down by to a third of what they should have been this month. That's somebody else's fault, right? Now we're the Department of War. Please explain it to me like I'm 5.
Chicago deployed every single salt truck in the city to block ICE, and there is something so patriotic about that. Watch. This comes after Trump just threatened the city of Chicago with an all-out war to which the mayor of Chicago responded, quote, "We must defend our democracy from this authoritarianism by protecting each other and protecting Chicago from Donald Trump." Trump claims he's targeting Chicago for their high crime rate, which is rather interesting considering their crime rate has decreased over the last several years. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker has already made it known that he does intend to sue the administration if troops are deployed to Chicago.
Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. So today's episode we are going to be checking out this video compilation which I was able to gather from my FYP. So if you wish to watch them, I'll share your thoughts with you. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section.
So Trump just stated that if he sends help to Chicago like he did with DC, he's talking about he can end all crime in Chicago in 1 month. This news article states that President Donald Trump said early Thursday that Chicago's crime problems could be solved quickly if local officials...
Americans are so uneducated and dumb. Yeah, as an American, I can't even fight against those allegations from other countries because let me get this straight now that more details are coming out. South Korea opens up that Hyundai plant in Georgia to expand their business here in America. So they send their best and brightest employees legally, mind you, legally, to hire and train Americans for hundreds of jobs for when that plant is operational. But they are detained by ICE because some ignorant woman reports them for allegedly working at slave wages. Excuse me, hello, the last time I can recall from history, slave wages, what are those? Slaves were forced to work for free without pay. What?
sought his help, which we already know they're not because they have one of the worst mayors right now, declaring he could fix it in 1 month. You know what? I don't think he bullshitting. I think Donald Trump could really fix Chicago's crime in 1 month. All he had to do is just do the same thing he did with DC. Could you imagine that shit? Could you imagine the streets of Chicago being safer than ever? No more calling it Chirac. No more of this random killings. People can't even go to football practice. They got to duck down and do all this wild shit. If Trump did this, this will be one of his biggest accomplishments. And I know the left is going to try to hate on it, but even they wouldn't be able to hate on it. They'll be like, holy shit, he cleaned up Chicago. Like, wow, that's crazy. I really hope he does this. Chicago needs it, man. I got family out there. They're tired of this shit. So yeah, man, Trump, send them, clean that shit up, and just show the world, like, look, this place used to be called Chirac, and now you can walk the street with your family. That would be amazing.
Donald Trump sending ICE into Chicago trying to provoke some incident that can justify sending in the National Guard shows exactly how privileged of a life Donald Trump has lived. Because Chicago is the second city, and second cities have a chip on their shoulders. In this case, the city of big shoulders, and they do not mess around. The second city is kind of like the second oldest in a family. Like, first Trump went after LA, and that makes sense because LA is the city of only children and youngest children who needed to be a star and have all the attention, so it makes sense. Let's say you live in a neighborhood where there's a bunch of families of 5 or 6 kids. You can always pick on the youngest one or the only kid because they don't have any backup and they're punks and they just want attention. You can pick on them. Then Donald Trump is coming after Chicago, the second city, which makes no sense. You don't go after the oldest. The oldest is too busy. That's New York in this case. They're worried about finances. They're keeping everything running. They're keeping the family in line. People don't mess with the oldest in a family. But the second oldest, in this case, the second city, still has the pride of the family name on their shoulders and doesn't have the stress or the worries of the oldest. They have time to take off the gloves or take off their earrings and come and teach you a fucking lesson. So Donald Trump, being a millionaire living in mansions, never lived in a neighborhood where there were a bunch of families of 5 boys and you knew if you were in a scruff with some of the other ones and the second oldest came walking up slowly and calmly that you fucking ran because you were about to get your shit tossed. The second oldest will ruin your life and not think twice about it. Donald Trump picking a fight with Chicago, Chicago doesn't give a shit about Donald Trump. They don't give a shit what happens to Donald Trump. They are tougher than Donald Trump. They are stronger than Donald Trump. And they've been in more fights than Donald Trump. And they know how to see things all the way through. Donald Trump hasn't seen anything through in his entire life, let alone a real fight. So Donald Trump thinking it's a good idea to pick a fight with the second city, to actively pick a fight with the second oldest son of a big Irish Catholic family that doesn't fuck around, of a big Italian American, of a big African American family that doesn't fuck around. Have fun, Donnie. Fuck around and find out when you pick a fight with the second city.
Trump said send the troops here. I think it's some crime down there for them. That's just people walking their dogs. I think it's some crime over here. Hold on, wait, this is just, oh nah. They just cutting this nice grass in this beautiful open field next to this beautiful lake right here with the skyline views in the back. Oh my goodness. My bad, I was looking for the crime that they were talking about in the city that's been voted best city 8 years in a row. My bad, I was looking for it. Oh, maybe it's in this nice little bird sanctuary that's right back here. I don't know. That's crazy, because I could have swore he said it was a whole lot of crime and we needed the troops to come here, man. I just can't see why. I don't know. Oh wait, I think I finally found some crime. Is that just, oh no, just people just walking on this nice path on the lake that people be using to jog on in the mornings when they go on their morning run. Man, I swear, he said it was so much crime we needed these troops to come, but I'm telling you, I just can't find it. I don't know, gang. I don't know, gang.
So guys, welcome back again and thank you so much for watching. So I really do think that the farmers for Trump are getting exactly what they voted for. So the first clip of this video say that the farmer do not have anyone to talk to but rather than God. Yeah, like I really do think that these people brought this upon themselves. They caused it all. They cause it all, and they don't have to blame anyone for their own mistake. Yeah, earlier before now, people want them against their vote. People try as much as possible to educate them, to let them know what they were really voting for, but a lot of them did not even pay any close attention. A lot of them did not even try to listen to those people. But right now, they are not finding out, not just finding out, but finding out in a very hard way. You guys know that currently, they have been going on backwards, they have been getting poor, they have been going broke, they have been unable to cater for themselves, unable to afford some basic necessities as soon as Trump take over the office. So they are not saying that Trump do not even want to consider them anymore. Trump do not even know if they exist or if they do not exist, that he do not care about them. And Trump on the other way is a very very busy person, which he might not even be thinking of them at all. You know, you guys, some of them are saying that, oh, Trump, we supported you to get rid of the immigrants. Why are you not coming to our rescue? Why are you not helping us out? So these people are now beginning to freak out. Yeah, they are getting exactly what they voted for. They are getting it in a full package. Nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what are your thoughts. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and I'm just going to be right there waiting for you guys.